let's talk about, of course, season 4. It's behind me as well. We got the big infographic that went up to
Oh man.
everybody to give a little bit of insight to what's coming. We have, of course, not only Raven but Marceline, who will be joining us later on in the season.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 new maps, which a little bit of was shown a second ago of Samurai Jack. Of course, we have the Candy Kingdom map, the Candy Tavern. I don't believe that's the only version of it though, which we'll talk about in a little bit. It's a 10-week season. We got the holidays, of course, so it's a little bit longer. We stretched it out a little bit longer this time around, but there will also be 2 battle passes. We'll be talking about in 1 second the Possessed event, the Mythic Vista, and then
Okay.
later on the cat. Of course, we got Ugly Sweaters, Polar Vortex, and a few other ones, but those will remain a surprise for later.
So season 4, I mean, we already said this before, but is packed with a lot of content and a lot of variety and content as well. Not only, of course, to reward our players, but to keep you guys busy during the holidays with Multiverses.
2 different battle passes, and it's a little bit shorter. And your
Okay. Here we
first
go.
tier that you will get will be of the character
Reading.
that will be released alongside it, as we have moved characters out of the battle pass now, and we have now moved it to where you can
Oh.
get unique skin at the very beginning. We
Oh,
wanted to
so you
make it a
get
little bit easier for everybody to be able
skins.
to not only go through the battle passes, but be able to get some more unique rewards as we're going through this right now. It is
Okay.
45 tiers into the unlimited tier afterwards. They are 1 month battle passes,
45
and
tiers.
you
Okay.
will also now not have to wait the 2 months in order to be able to unlock a character that was normally inside the battle pass. You'll be able to unlock them via fighter road when they become available, or of course through purchase and the Gleamium and your fighter tokens.
Okay.
So one
New
of my
pop-up girl
favorite
skin.
taunts finally
It's
getting into
not
the game.
juicy, but
Joker, we
not
revealed
bad
this back in his
either.
trailer. People have been asking for this one quite a bit.
Looks
Well,
like
it
Oh,
is
yeah, that
finally
dance.
here. I am very, very excited about this one. So let's just keep it moving along. We got Foghorn Leghorn coming alongside with a couple of banners,
Okay, they got
and
Longhorn in there.
maybe
Okay.
a little something extra to join pretty soon too.
Pop-up girl skin.
Of course, we got the
Bedtime
iconic
one.
Powerpuff Girls bedtime
Oh, yes, the
outfit,
bedtime. That's
which
tough.
might be keeping an eye on a couple other skins that might be following that theme later on. The coldest shoulder emote,
Okay.
and all right, my personal favorite. I know that we have the moonwalk for Jason, but this one's actually my personal favorite. Just look,
Paper
just
cut.
look
Dude, he's so crafty. Oh, that. All right, you know
Oh
what?
shoot.
Yeah, no, I spoke too soon. Yeah, sure. I mean, he is crafty
Yo.
still, but damn.
Oh my god! And as we talked
Trigon
about with the
Possessed, Black
Trigon
Adam.
Possessed, we also have a couple of skins that will be
Wow.
following along that same shader. And we mentioned the Mythic Vista skins as well. We have a couple to share in a little bit, but one of them you will be able to get is the
Okay.
Valedictorian Velma
Valedictorian.
as well on tier 30, 34.
Cool.
Excuse me, 35. I can't read. And this is my actual new favorite banner. I'm just
Alright, that's tough.
this
This banner is so raw.
That's clean.
our team snapped. I don't really know how else to say it.
Damn.
Like all professionalism aside, our team
So it's
went
a
absolutely
1 month
crazy
battle
with
pass.
everything related to Raven, and it's only going to get better as you see the Alone Time, please.
Okay.
It's another fantastic one. And as we approach the final tiers, like we said before, the end of the track will be the Troublemaker Taz that you'll be
Okay.
able to get at tier 43. And as anybody might have noticed, you still do get Gleamium throughout the pass to be able to, if you complete the pass,
Whoa,
be able to get
450?
another battle pass along the way. So you'll still be able to cycle out battle passes if you play on the way through, or use it towards other stuff that you like as well throughout the game. And then the infinite tier, which will be rewarding you assorted items that you have already been able to do with the current live version.
Damn.
And we're going to continue that trend with this. So that is now how the battle passes will work. They are going to be 2 separate battle passes, and we want to make sure that we can be able to get people any new character that comes out a unique skin at the very beginning that you'll be able to
So,
get at the start of each
December
new patch.
12th, new battle pass.
Oh, I have to clarify something as well. The battle pass is not the same price. It is actually 800 Gleamium.
I knew
just
it.
to clarify that, as I see a couple people bring that up in chat. And also, that was 45 tiers for the first one. It'll be the same. So instead of 70 tiers throughout each total season, it is 90 tiers in total throughout the entire season. So just wanted to provide a little
45 and
clarity for
45.
that. People bringing it up in the chat. But yeah, the Trigon event, that is our first one. I mean, it's hard to not just talk about the hype up. And the Trigon Loose will be your very first rift. You'll be making an attempt to take down Trigon Possessed Superman, as Trigon has found a new host and very much so is very happy with the new Kryptonian body that he has obtained and wants to keep that. Raven has to do everything she can to put a stop to that.
Okay.
Now, that is only the first one. The second one, of course, as we just talked about, are the Mythic Vista skins, which
Yo,
are just so damn good.
that Wonder Woman?
Like we said, this is
Just like I
our
said
take.
before,
I'm gonna need that
the
Wonder Woman.
art team was actually on some and more for this season. Like they
I'm gonna need
popped
that Wonder
off.
Woman, man.
Mhm. This is only part of it. Like we said, it's our take on magical school anime, if you will, of these skins. You have Wonder Woman, Taz, Velma, Raven, Headmaster Wayne, and Principal Joker looking extremely
That's
devious up in the
Batman. Oh, I
background.
thought that was
Some of
Superman.
you have already seen the Joker skin on the infographic as well. That is the opposite of his transformation form, the Mythic Vista skin, and we'll let you take a look as they arrive. We're gonna have a couple promotions showing off
I'm
what
gonna need
these
that Wonder
skins
Woman and
look like
Raven. I ain't gonna lie.
when they are in their
And the
ultimate
Batman
form.
too.
A
I need
couple
them
have already
all. How
been
about that? I need
seen.
them
Can't
all.
wait to show off the rest.
I need them all. It's
And
tough.
that is just the start of what we have for cosmetics and events. We're going to
Damn,
save
the
some more of
start.
that, of course, for later on, as we do have 4.5 that'll be joining us later in the season that have some more unique things.
Okay.
But Nick Cat,
Probably a bunch of
that
Christmas stuff.
is maybe what 10% of the show, give or take.
Yeah. No, we have much more. Like actually.
Like
So
gameplay, all that
first off,
movement.
the brand new Fighter Road is something that we have introduced to the game. Everybody has already seen the article that went live recently. It is a new way to be able to unlock characters and also a different route compared to the fighter currency, which I'm going to break down for you right now. So the Fighter Road is a new unique way to be able to play the game as you go. You earn experience for characters along the Fighter Road that will be set in an order that you can unlock along the way. You are also able to pick different characters amongst
Okay.
different tiers as you
Hmm.
play too, so you'll be able to alternate which ones you like. This is meant to help the experience of, especially the first time experience when you're hopping in. Is a bit of a is a there's quite a few characters to have to unlock, and fighter currency was easy to obtain for some, but it's a little bit more of a grind for others. So we wanted to simplify that process as much as we can. And everything you do through missions, through events, through battle pass, you'll be able to get fighter road experience, be able to get that through different events. And then whenever you complete the fighter road, you'll also have that same experience converted to your battle pass progression. So you won't be losing out if you already have all the characters unlocked.
Tough.
This fighter road might not affect some of the players who already have everybody, but you will be able to still get that same experience towards your battle pass. Help speed that process up for you as well. As you can see, the new end of game feature there. And as we mentioned before, the different tiers you can pick from them. You can see you can choose between Bugs Bunny, Wonder Woman, or Jake in that tier, and you can choose how you want to play along the way. But that's not the only thing.
I already own all the characters,
Sometimes
so
maybe you just want to get right into it. So a new thing that has been introduced is the Fighter Road Purchase Bundle, which is everybody can either pick individual bundles for individual
purchase
characters,
bundle.
or you could get everybody outside of Raven who has just joined for a total value, a cost of $49.99, which does reduce with every character you have. So if you already have 10 plus characters, you will have discounts. If you have 2 plus characters, you will have discounts. They will continue to drop as you
Damn.
go. So if you want to just get right into it, you want to get everybody, you don't want to take the time to grind out, you can get everybody all at once with one full purchase as you play the game, and you can unlock the entire fighter road, or you could play it entirely for free, however which way you want to go about it.
Okay.
That is your choice.
Yes, I actually love this, and we want players to be able to play their favorite characters as soon as possible by any means necessary. And so having all of these different options now to unlock fighters, I think is going to be a big plus for everyone playing the game.
I can still
And,
use my fighting currency
we
though,
put
right?
in a lot of effort as a team to make this happen, and so to finally see it here is just really exciting.
Yeah, it's something that's been talked about a bit, and wanting to figure out a nice way to be able to give
I
people
see that in the
options
chat.
that fit for them. And this is where we all came to, and we're very happy to finally introduce this. So again, if you want to play all the way through, you want to play through the fighter road, unlock everybody along the way. Which, of course, again, Raven will be joining the fighter road on the 15th. She will not be available in that bundle, so you can unlock her for free, or you could get her through individual bundles, or you could get everybody as well separately through the fighter road and the fighter road bundle. So one more time, we're really excited to have that. And speaking of, being able to kind of try out characters, play new characters, and all that, let's take a look at the new arena mode. So arena mode will be live for the first 3 weeks of the season, and as you can see at the very beginning there, you could choose individual fighters. And a couple people asked, what happened if I only have, Shaggy, or if I only have 5 characters? Am I always going to get them? That answer is no, because in arena, you will be able to play anyone in the game. You have to just re-roll for them.
Okay.
So you start off with 10 coins, and you can play anybody at any time throughout this brand new mode, which allows you to not only get prestige currency for anywhere you place in matchmaking, as long as you play matchmaking and play throughout the whole thing, you will get prestige currency, but you can play every character that you want throughout the entirety of it too.
Okay.
And Nikat, another really fun part about all of this too. Phil, go ahead and start us off on the brand new gameplay changes coming to season 4.
So first and foremost, we wanted to make the game, I want to say, more expressive, right? And so the best way to do that is to change many mechanical elements to it to allow players to play in specific ways that they want. And one of the first ones was improving the grounded run speed. There are a lot of characters in the game that have had their grounded run speed increased. So that's just one of the many things that we changed. And I know y'all saw, Ajax and I, we were kind of yapping on a timeline and, doing the most, but we as an entire team felt very passionate about this and bringing this to life in game for you guys. And so now that we're finally here and able to show you, this is really a moment, in my opinion. So
like you said, part one, some movement speed on the ground for characters overall. As you saw some of it with our last patch, we improved a couple there. We have continued to improve that now. We also improved the very important factor of the game, fast falling. So when you fast fall before, there was it took a little bit longer to get down. Now if you press fast fall, especially if you have it set to tap, you get it pretty instantly. You are now in much more control of what you want to choose for your outcome and how you want to position yourself. You want to fall down.
Damn, I'm really about to play this Brawlhalla now.
A different position. You want to be able to line up. If you want to bait someone, they're doing something reckless by using movement.
I can finally
we have added more speed to fast falling. We have adjusted the way it works. It will take a little bit of time to get used to, especially off stage. So make sure that you're prepared for where you need to adjust your timings. But this will open up a lot of new combo routes, a lot of new approaches, a lot of new ways to provide some unique expression, which I think the cat in that clip as well, we talked about up next, another change that happens to be added to the gameplay.
Did you say something about approaching? Well, let me talk to you guys. So with the added run speed and the fast fall, everything kind of weaves together, right? It kind of flows and works together. But we got to jump a little bit shorter. You know what I'm saying? So with short hops being introduced into the game, it's going to make approaching with aerials not feel as threatening or risky, rather, as the person that is trying to approach. Before, when you were short hopping, you were jumping a little bit too high, making it a lot easier for your opponent to react to your aerial approaches, which in part made you want to play more grounded anyway, because not only was it super rewarding, but it was the safest option. No more. Now you will actually be able to jump at your opponent, and it doesn't have to always be with an attack. You can opt to just do nothing at times or land with a universal shield breaker as well if your opponent decides to try to shield your aerial approach.
Okay.
But we're not even getting to shields yet. We're not done.
Yeah, that's a checklist we still have to get to down this list. Alongside short hopping too, it does allow more unique and easier access to platforms, which is something we've been trying to improve on and hearing plenty of feedback on. So platforms, not only have we made it easier to be able to access them with short hops, but also the way that the wave dashing was working before, it took full bars of meter and it had no invul on it, which meant that you were likely to get punished. So we have now altered every wave dash to return dodge meter based on how many invul frames you had left remaining from that dodge. So now we have made it so you can use the movement a little bit easier. You won't be burning your meter for it, and you'll be able to kind of do it at will. So it's going to take a little time to get used to at first, but we are continuing to improve on that, not only off of platforms, but on the ground as well, because we want to make it so you can have a little bit more access to different ways to be able to get in, but also not make it completely necessary to have to use this to get in as well. It's a little bit of extra to be able to add some more expression to that movement and that combat.
Yep. And so lastly, we want to say thank you to everybody that participated in the testing grounds. We really appreciate all of your feedback, and we were able to actually get a lot of that feedback in to help make blocking feel a lot better in Multiverses. As you know, blocking adds an added layer of depth to combat, and so we want Multiverses to not only feel like this rewarding experience when it comes to hitting your opponent, but also allowing players to show skill through being able to defend themselves. So, things that have actually been added to the shield mechanic this time around, shield damage and hit pause have been tuned.
Mm.
We also have changed the way light and medium projectiles interact with shield, doing reduced damage. We standardized the shield break attacks to have more consistent frame data and sizes. Shield breaks from shield break attacks and stamina drain both pop up opponents for a consistent punish window. And in terms of visual effect work, we've actually removed the shield icon from the middle of the shield, and we've also added feedback with flashing to show when a shield is being hit. Steven in particular, because he was one of the first characters or the only character to really have a shield,
Mm-hmm.
he can air shield. And if you hit his shield in the air, it kind of bounces. It has like on hit bounce. And when
Really?
he's on the ground, he now has a standard shield like the rest of the cast. And hitting someone's shield actually gives you whiff branch timing. So it's almost as if the opponent whiffed the move. Therefore, you will have a lot more time to actually hit opponents for hitting your shield. And lastly, we improved the feel for shielding from a run. Before, when you guys
It's
were
just like his
trying to
bubble.
like run and shield, you would be met with a dodge. Now you'll be able to actually stop in place if you decide to press the shield button. And so these are some of many ways that we have improved shield, and we hope that you all continue to enjoy this mechanic in the game. And again, we were really, really excited from being able to take that feedback and apply it to the mechanic to make it even better.
And just to clarify as well, we are still in the experimental phase of Shields too. So that also it is still in the testing grounds queue. But we did get a lot of questions related to wanting to try it out more. So it is not currently in the main queue. However, it is now available to be used in custom games, in the lab, and in local mode. So you can not only still provide us feedback from being able to other
Ooh,
things to talk about. So
couple
yeah, we're
maps. Oh
not
yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah,
We are not
yeah.
done. Actually, look,
Oh,
nothing lock in.
oh, new skin too.
So the Back to the Past stage that some of you have seen, Back to the Past is now joining in to Multiverses, and this is a stage. For one, shout out to the Maps team. This is such a beautiful stage. And as you can see, it's this is the past version of the stage, and a brand new skin for Samurai Jack, which we'll talk about in a sec. But it does change throughout the gameplay. It switches to the future, so it'll be alternating between both the past and the future with unique different layout. Little tree off to the side there. This is another one of my personal favorites, not only for the stage but the music. It's such a beautiful stage.
Yes,
I think it's my favorite music in the game so far.
And when you have the hazards off, it will remain as the default version where it had the bridge covered. But if you want to play on this version just by itself, you will have that as well. So that'll be Back to the Past 2. This is that is the future version where you'll be able to play with the open stage and be able to utilize the transformations here. Or excuse me, utilize the stage without the transformations. And
what the?
Well, all right, we didn't even get to build up. We're getting right into it. So we've been talking quite a bit about some, building a band up.
The band is getting together?
Well, what if we decided to give everybody access to just the giant keyboard? Because why not?
Yeah.
So welcome to Space Jam, as it is called, the space stage. You can change the tones the way the music works. You can run across the keyboards. You can alternate it between 3 different versions.
I'm not gonna lie,
and if you have the hazards on, you also get buffs throughout it. So the entire stage is based entirely on how you play the music. I can't wait for people to pull together. Not only the keyboard.
Yo, hit the drums and stuff?
And play music here, but we already got, of course,
4-man band coming up.
Marvin, got Gizmo with the keyboard. What's Steven doing there?
You kind of just vibing a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
He's just vibing. I don't know why. What's Steven? Why Steven there?
Why do you?
No clue.
Legal
Then there
Illy.
is up in the future too. You got Candy Kingdom 1 and 2, which is the Candy Tavern.
Okay.
This is one of
This
the most
stage is
beautiful stages
massive.
by far.
Damn.
Like
So
the
Massive
Lagoon,
and
part of chop right
gorgeous.
here, right there.
like
Oh,
I can't tell you
damn.
enough. We got a lot of Adventure Time fans who have to nail the way
That's
these things
clean.
look,
I ain't gonna lie.
and the it's hard to express all of the fine small details that you can see some of the citizens of who are
Yes.
in the stage. You got the
All the
marshmallow kids
details.
hanging out on the platforms. We'll go into a much deeper dive on that one when we get to 4.5. But there is
Sheesh.
also another version. We also, this being one of our biggest stages that we have, we also, of course, like to introduce some competitive variants as well, which is Candy Kingdom number 2, and that might have a few
Oh,
variations to it as
nice.
well. But as you can see, Peppermint Butler has taken
Yeah.
over the main podium, has brought the crowd out for a good show, and we're at nighttime here. This is my personal
Yo,
favorite
Adventure Time got the best
stage,
stages.
not
I ain't gonna
just
lie.
for the way
They got
this
the best
looks, but
stages.
the other variation to it too, which we will show off once 4.5
Even
comes
the
around.
treehouse
But
at night is clean.
yeah, we were extremely spoiled by these new maps.
Mm.
And there's still more, of course, bonus stages that'll happen
Mhm.
later on that we will not be sharing just yet. But it's hard to express how much fun it is to fight in the tavern. Items that will be entering, which is,
Okay.
of course, the Uri Jack we just showed a little while
That
ago,
Mhm.
and the Back to the Past stage.
good thing I see
And
my
not only
prestige.
that, but we teased a certain Iron Giant skin that will finally be joining. We have the
Ooh.
Heavy Metal Giant
Okay.
that will also be a part of the Prestige store this time
That's
around.
clean.
So make sure that you not only grind out to be able to get the Prestige, but any Prestige you might have gotten from the Battle Pass or purchases prior.
Centos.
You got the brand new Zinthos ring out, which I am
Okay.
sure a certain somebody in this call is only going to use. And
Hey,
the
why you
Shade
gotta
Stomp.
call me out, yo? Like,
Shade Stomp.
I was just vibing out.
Okay, but am I wrong though?
Absolutely. No, you're not.
So these are the brand new prestige skin items that you'll be able to get throughout this season, and we're very excited to be able to show these off. I hope you're all excited about these too.
Yeah, that's cool,
And
man.
like we said before, there is the Mythic Vista skins that you'll be seeing later on in the event.
That's cool, man.
Getting into that more as the event gets closer, so we'll reveal those
The Iron Giant
throughout
skin
our
is
various
nice. I ain't gonna lie.
socials to let everybody know how that's going. Even if we go ahead and
Okay.
show everybody
Great
that,
skins. Let's get it.
the new
Let's see.
season will begin on Tuesday, and the ranked
Ooh.
skins for Raven will be the skins that you can get from that. And
Clean.
another thing with ranked as well is
Clean.
every season from kind of like this point forward at the beginning of the season, so the beginning of the season
Okay.
4
These Jones calm.
season, if you will, there will be a soft MMR reset. So leading up to this point, we haven't really done that